Hello and welcome to Willow Witch Tarot. So excited to do this reading for you today. We are going to be doing a good news tarot reading today. We're actually going to be using all one deck. I just got back from a trip, and on that trip I felt called to this tarot deck. I actually bought it in Roswell, New Mexico from a very interesting shop that had all kinds of quirky, cool, very spiritual things. And this is actually the one thing that I got from that shop. So very, very much yeah, it really spoke to me. My partner actually picked it up, and as soon as I saw it, I knew that it was the one. So really excited to use this new deck for you today. I've been doing some readings and familiarizing myself with these cards, and the messages in them are so positive and beautiful, and I can't wait to share the good news that comes through in your individual reading for you today. So while in Roswell, I also acquired some new crystals from a different really beautiful crystal shop. So I'll be using some of those new crystals in our readings today. So we'll select those once we've selected the initial cards for you to help choose which reading you're drawn to or readings that you're drawn to today. So let's go ahead and get started with your card selection. Hope everyone is doing well. Exciting to share some good news. I'm definitely feeling the excitement here coming through already for these readings. I can tell that the spirit guides that are already here are really excited to share good news, good messages, positive inspiration with you today. So let's see what cards we have initially to help bring you into this reading. All right, so the first card is the Beaver, 4 of crystals. In this deck, the crystals are pentacles, so this is the 4 of pentacles, and the keywords on the bottom there are control and security. My cat's talking, so that might be a sign for some of you. Hi, Toto. Hi. All right, so for reading number 2, we have this 8 of Acorns. See if I can get that to focus. And the keywords there are energy and results. Hi, Toto. Let me, I'm just going to pause the reading for one moment. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So sorry about the interruption, guys. My cat just needed a little attention. But this 8 of Acorns is the 8 of Wands. And the keywords there are energy and results. And you can see here there's actually a symbol for fire. The 4 of crystals has a symbol for earth. So the elements are also there if that is significant to you. Okay, 2 of shells. So that is the 2 of water. And the keywords there are union and harmony. I'm sorry, the 2 of cups. I think I said water. 2 of cups, and then the element symbol is water. And our final card is the 8 of Feathers, which is the 8 of Swords. And the keywords there are courage and solutions, and the element is air. So we actually have each of the 4 elements here. We've got earth, fire, water, and air. So really, really interesting. I'm going to go ahead and select some crystals for each pile. So if that's something that helps you to choose, I will place them here in just a moment. I'll be right back with those. Okay, so let's go over each pile with their crystal. So we have pile number 1, which is the 4 of crystals, which also is the 4 of pentacles with the beaver. And your crystal is the Mookaite Jasper. Let's see if we can get that to focus a little better for you. There we go. Okay. Pile 2, you have the 8 of Acorns, which is the 8 of Wands with the eel. And your crystal is the black Kyanite. Really interesting crystal there. Fun fact, this crystal never needs to be cleaned. Okay, pile number 3, you have the 2 of shells, which is the 2 of cups with the doves. And your crystal is the Chrysoprase crystal. Let me see if I can get this to focus a little bit better so you can see the beautiful inclusions here in this crystal. There we go. It's a beautiful crystal. Okay. And then pile number 4, you have the 8 of feathers, which is the 8 of swords with the little mouse. And your crystal is Septarian, which is also known as the Dragonstone crystal. And this is a raw dragonstone. All right, so if you know which pile is calling to you, you can click on your timestamp below at any time. Use your intuition. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, it is very possible that you have messages in more than one pile. Sometimes different piles pertain to different areas of your life. So definitely follow your intuition. And I will see you in your pile. I'll leave you with a little bit of space and time here so that if you aren't sure yet which pile you're being drawn to, you can meditate on the cards and listen to your intuition to go to the pile that's right for you at this time. See you there. Hello, beautiful pile number 1. So you have chosen this beautiful Beaver 4 of crystals card, which is 4 of pentacles, the keywords being control and security, and we also have the earth element sign here. So very grounded energy. We also have the Mookaite Jasper that you were drawn to. And we'll talk a little bit more about this energy as we get more into your reading here. But let's go ahead and start pulling your cards. So I have one oracle deck that we're going to use to get some more insight into what this good news that's coming into your life is about. So we'll be pulling one oracle card from this deck for you. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Absolutely beautiful illustrations. Feeling this card, the Sorcerer. Wow. 48. And number 4 is making a repeated appearance in your reading already. So I'm definitely feeling some significant there for that number. I apologize. I don't know why it's not wanting to focus today. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. Okay. And then let's go ahead and get into your tarot reading. Definitely feeling that this good news coming in has something to do with your abundance. Yeah, we've got the King of Crystals here. So definitely reiterating, reinforcing that message there. This is the King of Pentacles, courage and commitment. Now the King of Pentacles is someone who has risen to the top of their game. Two of Acorns, insight and focus. That's the two. Still learning this new deck, so I apologize. Oh, Two of Wands, yes. Interesting, yeah, the King of Pentacles with the Two of Wands. So talking about, someone who's risen to the top of their game here. So definitely getting that there is good news coming in relating to your abundance, your prosperity, your wealth. Could also definitely have to do with your health. With these feathers here in the Sorcerer, getting a message coming in as well, that, yeah, there may be some healing magic, healing medicine that's coming into your life. This feather here, I believe, is a quail feather or a pheasant feather. And with this rainbow energy here, with the energy of all of the chakras, I'm getting that if there's been any issues with any of your chakras, so getting especially like the root chakra, which has to do with your sense of security, your sense of being safe, of having a stable foundation that you can grow and build upon, as well as with this sun back here. Yeah, I'm getting the throat chakra as well. So if there's been an issue with an area of your throat, whether that's like in the physical sense, something medical going on around your throat, thyroid, maybe even digestion, something to do with your vocal cords, anything like that, that is healing, and that there's going to be good news coming in about issues relating to that. And then also getting that if there has been any sort of a power imbalance going on in any area of your life where perhaps you didn't feel that you could communicate your needs in a way that felt like it was really doing service to you. So partially the reason I'm getting that is this combination of the Two of Wands energy, which is very much a message of having that insight, having that ability to plan for your future and move forward on it, but also communicate about what is best for you in the present and in the future. And then this tiger energy here very much gives me that courageous energy of kind of roaring, being unafraid to, roar about what is your best interest. So, I'm getting that this energy will be clearing up, and that you're going to be able to, with this good news that's coming in, it's going to empower you to be able to speak up for your own best interest, assert your own needs, what's best for you in your future, whether that's immediate, long-term, and both. You're going to be able to stand up for your your own empowerment. And it's not only are you going to feel empowered to do that for yourself, but when you do that, it's going to, essentially, it's going to lead to this greater sense of control. And it's also going to form a really secure foundation for your future. So not only is it going to go well, it's actually going to go in a way that builds a foundation for really like this. I'm getting kind of this vision of this almost like tower, and not a tower in the sense of like the tarot tower, but a tower of like, you'll be able to climb to the top of this tower. It's gonna have, I'm seeing like beautiful like tapestries and statues and artwork and every thing that you would need if you're this manifesting sorcerer energy, and that you can look out from the top of your tower and you can see your entire world laid out below you. And it gives you this sense of essentially having a map, having insight into your entire world around you, all the different areas of your life, as if they're like, if you've ever seen those pie charts that talk about balance in life, and they have like, your love life, your career, your passions, your health, every area that you could think of that is important to you, and being able to give an appropriate amount of your time and energy and resources to each part of your life in a way that you would pick, right? So maybe you have a big chunk of that pie chart that you'd like to spend on travel. Maybe you have a big chunk that you'd like to spend on, reading and learning and exploring new passions and interests. And you're going to get to design your life and how you spend your time in a way that is most ideal for you. And that's the good news and the foundation that's coming in here. Let's get a few more messages here for our beautiful pile number 1. Page of Acorns. Beautiful. So this is the Page of Wands, and the keywords here are discovery and enthusiasm. And I just love this mischievous, I believe this is a lemur here. And this energy just gives me the sense of, you're going to be able to dedicate more time to those things that really light your fire and make you feel like a student of the world, So even if you're not drawn to being a traditional student, whether that's in like college or graduate school or whatnot, it may indicate that. It may indicate that there's good news coming in around being an actual traditional student in a college or university, or another program that you've maybe applied to or thought about applying to. But it may not necessarily relate to that. If that's not, something that pulls your interest, then what I'm getting is this message is very much saying that you're going to be a student of life, of passion, of what, truly lights that fire for you. So, maybe you're going to be in a new sort of relationship with something or someone. It could possibly be that you're getting into, a new adventure in your life is what's coming through. There's going to be a new discovery, whether it's in an area that you're already familiar with or a brand new area of your life. Something that's going to really make you excited and enthusiastic is definitely coming in, and coming in quickly. I mean, this is fast-moving energy. This 2 of Acorns, this 2 of Wands, and this Page of Wands, both very fiery, very fast-moving energy here. And This sorcerer gives me the energy of the magician as well, which is also quite fast moving energy. Definitely aligns with that positive thinking, keeping your vibration high, your intentions high, and choosing to cultivate your thoughts towards the direction that you most desire to go in, is the advice that's coming through from this card, is that you have this power to steer that energy, and your spirit guides and your guardian angels, whatever it is that resonates with you, that's that guiding presence in your life, that spiritual presence, is very much encouraging you to use this manifesting power that you have. All your chakras aligning. Might be good for you to listen to a chakra aligning meditation or music. Or do like a reading about chakras is coming through as well. But regardless of how that comes through for you, whatever feels right around that chakra message, if you feel aligned to that or not. Regardless, your guides here are saying that you definitely have this manifesting energy, this manifesting power to build a solid foundation, swim towards your goal. You're persistent, you're creative, you're innovative, and you have the control. You have the ability to build this future. And what really, really helps is steering your thoughts in that direction. Having this confidence and courage of a king tiger, overseeing his jungle, right? Like, the world is your jungle. And, if you believe that you can move in this positive direction, that your energy can be steered towards, and your guides are hoping that you'll look towards and believe that you can move in that direction, and also approach it with a spirit of playfulness and enjoyment and enthusiasm for whatever adventures may come, then you absolutely can. Like, your guides are saying, absolutely, you have this power within you. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. Couple of final messages. Oh yeah, Ace of Crystals, which is the Ace of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. You guys, this, yeah. So I'm amazed at how strongly this Pentacle and Wand energy is coming through here. It's such a strong earth and fire energy, which, together, those are powerful energies. It's showing me that you're not letting your emotions get in the way, nor are you allowing any kind of mental clutter or mental chatter to get in the way of you accomplishing this dream of yours, these passions. And you're going to be establishing yourself. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles together, we've got manifestation, prosperity, stability, and attainment. So it's, your guides are literally telling you that the good news that's coming to you is about your prosperity. You're manifesting this prosperity. You're manifesting a stability, and whatever you've set out to do, to establish here, you're going to attain it. So whether that's building, generational wealth, building a fortune that allows you to have time to devote to things other than just, work. You've gone about it in a beautiful way, and whether you've seen it, actually manifest yet or not, this is a really strong message that it is on its way. Continue on your path, one foot in front of the other. I mean, we've got, the first card in the Pentacles and the 10th card in the Pentacles. So it's kind of giving me that message of like, you know, one step after another, you know, stay steady on your path, stay strong. This is going to actually be moving quite fast. This alligator energy here in this really beautiful card. You know, she's a savvy, essentially like very much an empress type of energy, you know, Queen of Pentacles, Empress type of energy here in this 10 of Pentacles card, where, you know, she oversees, you know, it's almost like this little village. And, you know, to me, this is very much coming through as like almost like a guardian spirit sort of energy over this village built of crystals here, where, you know, they're at the mouth of this river, which is usually symbolic of, you know, great opportunity available to this village. And to me, this is coming through as, you know, you're working, you're establishing, you're essentially establishing a, you know, a network of maybe different ways of securing your fortune, your prosperity. You know, maybe you've got some side hustles, maybe you have some investments or will in the future, and you are extremely smart about overseeing these, you know, keeping tabs on current trends, or, you know, increasing your skills, increasing your communication and your networking, you know, making great contacts that are advantageous. Yeah, and then also bringing in that balance, right? That emotional harmony and peace within yourself, so that not only do you have this established strong foundation, but you're able to enjoy it, you know, share it with your loved ones, benefit others who are in need. Keep getting the word peace to the world around you. Contribute to perhaps causes that you believe in. You know, I'm seeing that you may be able to become a philanthropist with the type of wealth that you're able to accumulate and stability that you're able to accumulate here. Yeah, and side message for some of you that are watching, this might not apply to all, but I am getting a message that, you know, if you have a negative association with this type of wealth accumulation, you know, your guides are asking you to remember that you can be the one who helps to redistribute this wealth, you know, whether that's through, you know, forming maybe a nonprofit that helps those who are the most historically disadvantaged and underserved. You know, perhaps you're helping to establish a safe haven and giving resources to, you know, homeless women and children. You know, I might have this is interesting. I'm channeling here, so yeah, it's kind of coming through me as if I'm talking through via your spirit guides to you. But yeah, I'm getting this message coming through for one or multiple of you watching here, that it might be that you have steered away from any sort of, you know, high pay or investment that gives high dividends, or, you know, just like even taking jobs that pay you what you deserve, because you think that, you know, the way to help is by more volunteering your time, or by doing jobs that are for a good cause, but kind of take advantage of your labor and your expertise by not paying you an acceptable, livable wage that allows you to make sure you're safe and secure and able to protect yourself and invest in your own future. And I'm very much getting a message from this alligator spirit guide that's coming through here to, essentially I'm getting like this image of her very much like snapping her jaws at those types of offers and just being like, no, get out of here. Take offers, pursue, look for opportunities that not only are in alignment with your personal value system and the change that you wish to see within the world, but also pay you what you deserve and allow for you to have a balance between work, life, love, passions, rest, enjoyment, travel, whatever it is that brings you peace and brings balance to your world, you absolutely are allowed to have that. And there are opportunities out there waiting for you that allow you to have that and want you to have that. There are coworkers, bosses, clients that would support that balance in your life and very much see you as a whole person who deserves to have those things. Okay? All right, so that's a very strong message coming through. It may not apply to everybody, it's specific, but take the messages from it that resonate. So last piece here is I am going to read to you from this oracle book, and we'll see what the guidance is from that particular oracle card for you to finish out your reading. So we have number 48, the Sorcerer, and this is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. The essence. This is the source of dark power. The sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche and the self-centered behavior that harms others. It symbolizes the unconscious beliefs and ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. Yeah, okay. So we're going to keep reading, but definitely getting an reinforcement of that message for some of you that perhaps you have had beliefs around prosperity, that's the source of darkness, that money and wealth contribute to misuse of power. And absolutely, that can be very, very true. And oftentimes we do see that as true. There's very much an imbalance and a misuse of resources in the world as it is today. But it does not have to be that way. And it depends on how you use the resources that come to you or that you pursue and how you model that to other people and contribute to other people's well-being through your use and even, redistribution of wealth and resources. Okay, so I feel that there may be a strong message here for you to change some of your beliefs and approaches towards wealth, and that is going to be really important with this good news that's coming to you around your prosperity and wealth. Okay, so the invitation here: when the sorcerer enters your circle, you're being called to look at how your beliefs around scarcity and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of your psyche that misuses power or harbors feelings of resentment, vengeance, lust, greed, bigotry, or hatred. Perhaps you've harmed someone because of these dark tendencies. If so, all is not lost. You have only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. I'm going to read that again. All beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. The sorcerer arrives to challenge you to change your thinking. you're given a second chance. Correct your course and practice not blaming others for the darkness that lives inside you. Make peace with it and choose another way. Beautiful. So I feel like that is very much reinforcing the message that we've received here. You know, it may be if that particular message resonates with you, it may not pertain to you, but if it does resonate with you, that you feel like you've previously or maybe in a past life gone down that dark path of misusing resources and abusing the power and the money that comes to you, this is your chance. This good news is that you have the chance and the ability to rectify that, right? To make that right. Okay? So beautiful. Congratulations on this abundance that is coming into your world. Very excited for you, and I really believe that you'll do wonderful things with it. So thank you so much, pile number one. Thank you for watching this reading, and I can't wait to read for you again next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, pile one. Hello, pile two. So you chose the 8 of Acorns, which is the 8 of Wands. Has the eel energy here with energy and results. And this, of course, is the element of fire, as wands are the element of fire in a traditional tarot deck. And you also chose this black kyanite. So now this is a really, really powerful stone crystal. It enables you to align all chakras. And I feel like there is something really important here with this combination of your chakras being empowered, as well as this energy and results energy. Yeah, I mean, the eel is an animal of transformation, and with this results energy coming through, I'm definitely getting the message that something is about to be obtained for you. Something that has either been intentionally or subconsciously set into motion here. That's a desired outcome, a desired goal that your heart has, is going to be, you're going to be seeing it come into fruition in your life. Maybe quicker than you anticipated, because the 8 of Fires is one of the most fast, speedy, fiery, explosive energies in the entire deck of tarot. So, all right, before we say too much more, let's go ahead and get into your reading. So the first card we're going to draw here will be your Oracle card, and that's going to give us some more insight into the good news that's coming your way. It might tell us a bit about the area of your life that this good news is in, or kind of the flavor of that good news. I keep getting the word, I keep getting the word transformative. And of course, a lot of times good news can be very transformative. So that might seem obvious, but I feel like there's maybe a deeper message here that perhaps this good news is going to transform something in your life more than you had realized was going to happen or was possible. Okay, maybe it's getting almost like a little bird with a message coming out of the blue for you. Getting that it's this top card. These cards are always so sticky. The Beloved. Wow. What a beautiful card. Interesting. So, I'm not going to say too much yet. Of course, there's, with the Beloved, this definitely could be pertaining to the area of love, of relationships in your life. But the Beloved can also be about the self, right? And about connection with your higher spiritual self. We've got the number 5 here, which makes me think of the Hierophant. And so it can be about, finding your true path, your soul purpose, which of course can be very transformative. So interesting. All right. I'm so curious to see what your tarot cards tell us about this good news coming into your life. So far, this energy just feels incredibly like fiery and cleansing, like soul cleansing, like that, like almost being like reborn type of energy into a new life that just feels happy, like vibrant, and yeah, like you're gonna feel encouraged is the message that I'm getting. 6 of Acorns, success and triumph. Well, yeah, there you go. This is the 6 of Wands card, and look at that beautiful, I want to check. I'm pretty sure that this is a stag. I want to see if this is an elk. I'll be right back. Okay, yes, so this is an elk. I felt like that might be significant for some of you to know. And I just love that there is a little moon, a crescent moon here caught in his antlers. And you can see the roots here of these plants down through the earth underneath him. And it feels like he's very connected. He's not only grounded in to the earth and the roots here, getting messages of like ancestral knowledge and wisdom that he's able to tap into, but also this very spiritual, knowledge of the heavens and of divine timing. He knows how to, when to move forward and when to rest, and when to run and when to walk, when to eat, and when to fast is another message. Very much about the cycles of time. Beautiful. Ace of Feathers, mental clarity and foundation. So this is the Ace of Swords. This is very much about getting, clear insight, and look at the similarities between these two cards and how, both this goat and this elk are looking upwards, with kind of this like serene, clear-minded, confident knowledge in, it's like you have this, the good news that you're going to be getting is going to lend to this feeling of assured success, that you're moving in the right direction, you're being guided and led in this endeavor, and that you are absolutely headed towards something transformative, something that aligns with your soul purpose, and the goals that you have, essentially dreamed about are going to be manifesting into your physical reality here with this good news that's coming to pass. Okay? And with this 8 of Acorns energy, again, I'm just being drawn back to that fast moving, transformative energy. So I don't feel like you're going to be waiting for this very, very long here. I feel like it's going to be coming in, bringing in that clarity, bringing in that success and feeling of triumph quickly. So yeah, really, really beautiful, really clear information here. Beautiful. So this is the 4 of Shells, soul searching and re-evaluation. So I'm getting here, since it's coming beneath this beloved card, that this may have to do with some soul searching and even some realignment that you've you've done that's leading to this transformative, essentially you being on the right path. And maybe some of the good news that's going to be coming in here, because I believe this is a heron. It's a lot of times these types of birds are seen as a really significant omen of being led spiritually and of good news. I mean, they're literally a good news omen, an omen of positivity, of transformation, of being in touch with your own spiritual nature. And so, with the way that the bird is standing in the waters as well, leads me to believe that you're being given an affirmation that being in touch with your emotions, the time that you've spent, or if this doesn't resonate, perhaps this is a message to do this, but I'm getting a message that the time that you've spent getting in touch with the emotional undercurrent of, what you feel called to move towards, whether that is in perhaps an intimate relationship, whether that's in a calling to show up in a certain way in the world and contribute your skills in a meaningful, powerful, transformative way that impacts the environment or other people, the direction that this world is going in. I'm getting a very, very strong message that you're soul searching and you're, really touching in maybe a shift in direction that you've made is essentially the reason that this success and this clarity are coming into you. Your guides, your spiritual guides are just, I'm getting this message here that they're the ones that are cupping your heart. They're holding your heart because they support you, they see you, they love that you've gone through this soul searching phase. And your beauty absolutely astounds. And I feel like that's going to be coming through in this good news that's coming to somebody, or, something, an organization, clients, whatever it is pertaining to, are really going to be seeing this like pure beauty that lives within your soul and your heart. And it's going to lead to great success, great recognition, the clarity of your vision that you're hoping to get out into the world, or that you're hoping to have manifest into a love relationship, even a spiritual calling for some of you. Maybe both. You might be pursuing a relationship that feels like a spiritual calling. This connection with this person feels like it's part of your spiritual purpose here on this earth in this lifetime. And I feel that the soul searching that you've done and any type of course correction that you've made from that soul searching is leading to a connection here in the future, perhaps even the very immediate future, that it's gonna, I'm getting that we should pull a card for the message about that. So let's do that really quick. This one, 9 of Shells. Yeah, this is beautiful. So this is the 9 of Cups. So gratitude and fulfillment. Wow. So the soul searching that you've done here and this connection that you've leaned into, whether it's with another person, with yourself, with others, with a direction in life, right? It's going to lead to such a feeling of gratitude and fulfillment. I'm getting this from this beautiful penguin here. You know, they mate for life. They find their significant other. You know, penguins to us all look the same, right? Like they look very similar, but they pick out their other half, essentially, right? It doesn't have to be that terminology, because I know there's a lot of negative connotations around that, but they pick out their soulmate, you know, their future spouse, right? Their partner in crime, their partner in life, the one that's going to help them raise their babies, if that's something that they, you know, want and are destined for. And they stay with them for life, right? They're monogamous. They share everything together. I mean, read up about penguins if it interests you, because they really sacrifice a lot for each other, but it's mutual. And yeah, it leads to this really beautiful bond that is extremely long-lived. And with this, you know, the energy of all of these shells, I'm getting that this connection that you have that's coming in as part of your good news is going to lead to so many cool things in your life, you know, projects, maybe children, pets, a house, like getting like just all these like this like collection of things that you've wanted, that you're going to be so proud of, and that you build together. And that very much could be, you know, if a partnership or a monogamous partnership is not something that you see or want in your future, this very much could be that this is something that you're building with yourself or with a group of others, right? So it might even be about a partnership in work or a passion project or a spiritual calling that you feel. So take it how it resonates for you, what feels correct in, you know, in your heart and in your soul when you hear this message. Let's get one final card, one final message for pile number 2. Wow. So this is the Judgment card, Awakening number 20. This beautiful peacock, like, oh my goodness. I love the colors and just the simplicity, but also the magnificence of this card. We've got the sun and the moon. The keywords here are renewal and enlightenment. I'm feeling a really strong message to actually read from the book for this card, since it is a major arcana. Feeling like this good news that's coming in, yeah, it's going to lead to this. Well, let's read from the book and then we'll go from there. Okay. So, Awakening, peacock. I'm going to let you see this as well, in case you want to take a screenshot and read it, refer back to it later. So the message, peacock, watchful and dignified, trusts in the wonders that the future holds. Her feathers are associated with resurrection, arising from the ashes. It's now time to shed the feathers of your past and be rid of your old ways of thinking. Step into the beauty of your individuality with a new plume of self-confidence. Graced with the vision to see ahead, Peacock will direct you in making all of the changes you desire, changes that will result in new patterns and breakthroughs. This is a time of inner development and new beginnings. Great things are about to take place. Be mindful of your dream state, as it will bring forth revelations and ideas that will help you shape your new reality. Allow the new to emerge. You are the divine self reawakened. Wow, I'm going to read that again. You are the divine self reawakened, which, I mean, yeah, that just really beautifully resonates with the rest of this message here. I'm also going to read to you from this oracle deck. It's the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and we're going to read the Beloved card's message because I feel like it's also very important here. So we've got the essence first, which is the overall message of the card. The Beloved is the recognition of spirit in another and moving towards spirit through the other. It is when the divine appears to us in the form of our child, our partner, our friend, and we experience being in love. As we grow, we start to recognize the Beloved in everyone, not confusing their personality with their divine nature. And then the invitation. Accept the invitation to learn through the path of love. Expand your being through union with another. When you recognize the Beloved in another, you call forth their highest and purest nature. Follow the path of love. Okay, and if you want to take a screenshot of that, feel free to do so. Yeah, so, I mean, with this beautiful cup energy here, water energy, with the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, as well as this awakening card, and then we have the 6 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. There's such a strong message here around attaining something that is going to be emotionally fulfilling, you know, make you feel essentially the love of the universe, you know, this spiritual, higher, enlightened state of being where you have clarity of mind, you're moving towards success and triumph, you know, you're achieving all of these wonderful, diverse, interesting things in your life, you know, whether that's building a family, having a career, having a beautiful committed relationship, having a spiritual relationship, you know, becoming enlightened, gaining the knowledge about your soul purpose and attaining that. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be feeling this sense of gratitude and fulfillment with this good news that's coming in. And your spirit guides are very much nodding to the fact that you've done some soul searching and reevaluating in your life, and that this energy is now moving very quickly. I feel like this black kyanite might be a good crystal for you to have by you if you have some or can attain some. Otherwise, you can also just read about it, you know, meditate on its energy. You don't have to physically have it to benefit from the guidance that comes from this crystal. But yeah, this crystal helps with realigning all of your chakras. It's mentally cleansing, detoxifying. You know, it's something that essentially helps you to move into a state that you can access knowledge of your current life plan and have sight into your past and potential future lives. So it's very protective as you move through these states of enlightenment, amplifies those high frequency meditation, helps you to attune. They even say that black kyanite facilitates the ascension process. And so, yeah, it's a really connective stone. Helps you to recognize and direct you towards your true identity and even a fulfilling vocation, clears your meridians and restores your chi, and it dispels any blockages and illusions and anger, and it even releases frustration and stress. So really, really powerful stone to have by you. Very, very healing and clearing and cleansing. Yeah, so Beautiful. All right. I love this energy that's come in for your good news reading today, pile two. So thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today. I could just sit here in this energy, but I'm going to move on to the next reading now. So thank you so much for visiting today. I hope that you come back and see another reading here on the Willow Witch channel in the future. And if you liked it, please go ahead and like it, subscribe, comment, share, and I can't wait to do another reading for you in the future. All right, bye, pile number 2. Hello, pile number 3. So you were drawn to this 2 of shells, which is also the 2 of cups. Keywords of union and harmony with these beautiful 2 doves together, and just like there's such a sense of love and peace, of like a loving embrace coming through in your good news reading. And then this beautiful Chrysoprase crystal, which very much relates to the heart and the sacral chakra. It has, this balanced, abundant, loving energy of positivity and security and trust, healing any relationships in your life. So definitely already getting so many messages around your good news coming in as it relates to perhaps a new or renewed sense of trust, love, peace, harmony, healing of relationships with others or yourself or both. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to start out with drawing just one oracle card from this deck. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. And towards the very end of your reading, we will read from the book about your oracle card. So if you want to hear what the guidebook has to say, and it's a really beautiful guidebook, then definitely stick around to the end of the reading and listen to that. So can we have just one oracle card for reading number 3 about the good news coming in for them, what area it's pertaining to, specific messages they need to hear. Oh, the circle, beautiful. What a gorgeous card. So this is number 8, which in some decks is the Strength card and in others is the Justice card. And I'm just getting, there's such a sense of harmony, of balance, of bringing together community, of bringing together, different sides of you. So perhaps there's an element of reconciliation, of renewed vows. For some of you, there may be a healing of something that was broken or something that was, not as vibrant or as lovely as you were hoping, but it's becoming so. And that's the good, some of the good news that's coming in. There's this gold, almost looks like a coin or a medallion in the center here, and white, black, and red hands around this circle, handprints. So, definitely getting, for some of you, this could even relate to like ancestral healing, perhaps healing of patterns that were passed down to you, and you're the one that's kind of completing this cycle, healing, learning fully from any lessons from past events within your life or your ancestors' lives, and bringing that full circle, receiving this kind of golden, almost like award or medallion of, like I'm getting this, the word of achievement, award, and this infinity, the 8 also looks like an infinity symbol, and so it's almost like I feel like there's quite a few people in this pile who are deeply spiritual and are drawn to the sense that, you know, there is no kind of really definitive time and space, but that everything is kind of happening continuously and all at once. And so when you heal something within yourself or within a relationship, a significant relationship, whether it's intimate or family or friend, you heal more than just the immediate people involved in what feels like your present time. It travels back through generations, through ancestors, and repairs and makes amends and heals the karma of past times and events. And so, yeah, that really strong message is coming through. It's pretty specific, so if it doesn't resonate for you, then, you know, just leave it there. It might be meant for somebody else, but definitely getting that message for some of you. So definitely being drawn into that energy, but I want to see what else is going on with your tarot cards here. So we're going to draw some more cards from this Spiritsong Tarot deck that is just incredibly beautiful. It's a new deck for me, so I'm still learning its energies, but I've been familiarizing myself with it recently and just felt really compelled to do this reading for you guys today. So getting two coming out together. So we've got the Two of Feathers and the Seven of Feathers. So the Feathers is the Swords suit or air suit in this deck. And so the Two of Feathers, as the Two of Swords, relates to decisions and direction. And it's got this beautiful little lizard here. And then the Seven of Feathers, or the Seven of Swords, relates to preparation and resourcefulness with this cheetah energy. I'm going to go ahead and draw all three of your other tarot cards and look at your reading as a whole to see what your reading, your good news reading, is about today. Decisions, preparation, resourcefulness. Getting this one. Transformation. This is the Death card. Beautiful. Transition and liberation. Yeah, so something might be coming full circle here, and a new door might be opening within this event. This good news might be opening a brand new door or reopening a door that perhaps felt like it was closed. Seven of Acorns, determination and stamina. Maybe something that you've been waiting for or hoping for a long time. Yes, and King of Shells. This is the King of Cups, harmony and integrity. So I do feel for quite a few of you here that this good news coming in is relating to a significant person or partnership in your life. I think that's, yeah, it's very interesting because we have, we have the Union and Harmony card, which is centering, kind of anchoring your reading. And then the Circle, which also has a lot to do with union, harmony, balance. But then with kind of this 7 and 13 energy, that's a bit of a shake-up energy. They're odd numbers, they aren't quite as balanced. And so perhaps you've been feeling like things, maybe you thought that you were going towards a certain outcome and things kind of got shook up along the way. And I'm getting a really strong message from the guiding spirits that are here with us in this reading. Definitely feel their presence, kind of their handprints on this message here. That all of this shake-up type of energy was meant to lead towards a transformation of this situation. This seahorse energy here with this King of Shells, this King of Cups. I mean, this is, if you're looking for a partnership or hoping that, maybe you've met somebody and you're hoping it will lead into a marriage, a commitment, a future with this person that's mutually fulfilling, that's essentially everything you've hoped for. I'm getting that this kind of shake-up energy that's come on this path to this destination is so that you can receive this goal. You can receive this person in everything that they are and really appreciate how important and how meaningful and what a gift they are. Perhaps you've been through some loss, with this transformation card, right? Being the death card, often we can see that there's been a past energy of, some darkness, some mourning, some grief or loss, believing that, there maybe even be a dark night of a soul that you've gone through, or, wondering if the dawn will come, essentially. But, in a traditional tarot deck, the image on the death card, the sun is rising on the horizon, always. The night always ends and the day always comes. And so there's very much a feeling of liberation from any sense of, that long-lasting night, wondering when it will end, wondering when the warmth will come back. I'm definitely getting a strong feeling that, it's interesting with this cheetah energy, because we would kind of expect to see a cheetah depicted in motion, right? Like, often a cheetah symbolizes, speed, fast-moving energy, news coming in almost as if on the breeze, on the wind, the speed of light, essentially, right? Like a burning wildfire type of energy. And yet this cheetah in this card is sitting and still, watchful and waiting, but still. And so it feels like there's this fast moving potential of energy that's coming in that has a lot of fire and warmth and passion and incredible vitality and, power, explosive, exciting, adventurous, strong power behind it, but it's sitting and contained at the moment. And I feel like the good news that's coming in is going to set this powerful energy into motion. It's going to light that spark, light that match, and you're going to be off and running quickly. And it's going to be, towards something that's, with this, so I'll complete that thought here in a second, but with this 2 of feathers and 7 of acorns, I see here that this has been something that you've been sustaining effort towards. You've had to have a lot of stamina. You've been going in a direction that I feel like there's been a past moment where you've made a decision, whether that's something that you consciously sat down and said, okay, I'm pursuing this, or I'm waiting for this, or this is, who or what I want in my life, and I am going to make this happen, or I know that this is my person, or this is my thing, or this is my direction to pursue. And, you feel like you've perhaps even gotten signs, symbols, synchronicities pointing you towards that, with this lizard looking up towards this distant sun. It's a very, lizards are a very spiritual symbol. We often see them depicted in the King of Wands card, who's a very spiritually connected leader. And so I'm getting with this lizard coming into your reading, that you've decided to take the lead in your own life and go in this direction that your heart feels called towards, that you feel will bring about this beautiful sense of community, of balance, of love, connection, of fulfillment and purpose. And with the Seven of Acorns card coming in here, you've had to have stamina in this. You know, it hasn't always been easy. It's something that you've had to pursue, persist. And with this pink color of this card, I really feel that your heart has grown so strong. And this is the reason that you've been able to essentially plant these seeds and wait for this harvest. And so, you know, with the transition, the death, the liberation, rebirth card, I feel that the good news is coming in, that your efforts, your sustained, resourceful, determined efforts are paying off, and that you're being given this wonderful, beautiful love, you know, whether that's again in a person or in some sort of creative endeavor. You know, maybe you're gaining a new sense of belonging in a community that you've hoped to find or be a part of. Maybe you're becoming some sort of creator yourself, you know, manifesting a work of art or a calling in something that you have long felt is where your heart lies. But I'm definitely getting for some of you that this is very much a love interest, you know, a soulmate, a future spouse, future partner, perhaps reconciling with somebody from your past that you felt was meant for you. And perhaps there were some shakeups and some troubles along the way. You know, perhaps both of you had to go off on your separate paths and learn some lessons that would make you stronger when you came back together. So, you know, the seahorse as a symbolism for a partner in life, you know, is really significant because it's not just the female seahorses in a biologically traditional pairing of female and male. And of course, you know, love to all of my LGBTQ plus viewers, you know, please apply this in however it resonates for you and your situation and who you love and how you love, okay? But in these seahorse pairings of a male seahorse with a female seahorse, you know, the female seahorse is not just alone in raising the babies. The male seahorse actually takes a primary role and is the one who carries around the baby seahorses essentially on his body until they're old enough to be free swimming and free feeding. And then the male seahorse still takes a very strong role in guarding them, you know, showing them kind of the ropes of being a seahorse. And, you know, not only that, but also, you know, staying close to and providing for the female seahorse as well. And so, you know, just getting messages there, you know, again, non-gender specific, apply this how it resonates for you. But, you know, whichever energy it is that's coming into your life, whether this is an intimate partnership or, you know, related to a partnership in some other aspect of your life, I'm getting that this partnership is going to surprise you in the different ways that it fulfills you that maybe you didn't even realize were possible, or that somebody would wish to give to you and be, you know, self-sacrificing and put in the extra effort. And, you know, because they are a person of integrity within themselves, you know, they wish to do that. It's not something you have to coerce out of them or ask overly for, you know, it's something that they wish to provide simply because of who they are and the lessons that they've learned along their own paths. From past relationships, from the way they grew up, from what they've seen in the world, books they've read, experiences they've had, whatever it may be, they've grown and evolved into this partner who has a lot of integrity and has a presence that is love and shows love in ways that resonate with you, perhaps in ways that you didn't even know that you needed and wanted. And so, I see so much fulfillment, harmony, union, commitment, this, with every other card in your reading here, it feels like this has stamina and that this person is determined to make this harmonious and make it a transformative experience for the both of you, where you become stronger together because of your presence in each other's lives. So that's wonderful good news coming in. I absolutely love that message. Sorry for my dog is sneezing in the background right now, sneezing in her sleep. So if you hear that, that's what that noise is. But I'm gonna finish out your reading with reading from the Oracle guidebook for this Oracle card of the Circle. And again, this is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So we've got number 8 here. So I'm going to read the essence and the invitation. So the essence is kind of the overall message of the circle, and then the invitation is a bit more specific when you have this card come out in a positive, like upright position, which is what we were reading and asking for today. So the essence: unification, interconnectedness, and a sense of continuum is what this card implies. The circle reminds us that we are all one, dancers in a unified, continuous, inclusive circle. This card reminds us of the cycles of life and the evolving self, ever-changing and always connected. Human, spirit, nature, the cosmos, all intrinsically connected. Beautiful. And the invitation: when the circle appears, it reminds you that you are connected to everything and everyone, including to spirit. Spirit's essence beats in your heart and inspires you to co-create your world, knowing that you count, that you have purpose in this world. Imagine even a smile to a stranger can change the course of a life. When the circle invites you to dance in the sacred steps of life, know that your work, your love, your service brings greater value than you can know. Stay the course, keep dancing, and all will be well. Beautiful. What a gorgeous message. And I just saw 2222, so definitely some signs and synchronicities here. Holding that page up, so in case you want to take a screenshot of that message and read it, refer to it later, feel free to. Okay, so beautiful pile number 3. I absolutely loved your reading. Thank you for spending time with us here today. I am getting a message that some of you may also have been drawn to pile number 2. So if that's the case, there definitely might be a message here. I can definitely see the way that those two messages might interconnect. So if you feel drawn to pile number 2, definitely feel free to view that one as well. And if not, no worries. Definitely follow your own intuition. So if you like this reading, definitely go ahead and like this video, follow, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to be notified of future readings, and comment, share if you feel so inclined, and I can't wait to read for you again. All right, beautiful pile number 3, thank you so much for joining us today, and see you later. Hello, beautiful pile number 4. So I'm really excited to get to your energy because this combination with this 8 of Feathers, Courage and Solutions, which is the 8 of Swords card in a traditional deck, and this Dragonstone Septarian energy, the message that came through when I pulled your card and meditated on which crystal to pair is that you are going through something that you're going to be incredibly freed from very soon. Like, and I say incredibly freed because it's going to seem incredible in the way that you receive this liberation, this freedom, this release of something that was, bugging you, whether it was in the back of your mind or causing, anxiety. Maybe you were having nightmares around, or just worried about it happening, or worried about how it would conclude, whatever situation that pertains to in your life, something that was nagging at you. This good news that's coming through is going to be essentially like dropping all of that anxiety, that worry. It's almost like you were carrying heavy chains and you're just going to be freed of them. They're going to drop off your shoulders. That weight's going to drop off your shoulders, and you're going to feel this sense of lightness, like you're dancing on a cloud is the message that's coming through. So really, really beautiful energy there. Let's go ahead and get a little bit further into your reading. So the first thing we're going to draw is one of these oracle cards. So this is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. We're going to lean on a little bit of this energy today to give us some more messages about the good news coming into your life here very soon. Yeah, there's a really interesting message. I'm getting that dragons are a symbol for some of you, and kind of that like purifying fire of, a fire-breathing dragon, just like clearing the way of anything that's been troubling you, that's been a challenge, been an obstacle. It's just going to be like turned into ash, is a message that's coming through. So I am seeing this card, the Mystical Shaman. Wow, number 38. I mean, okay, yes. So there's so much going on in this card, the raven and the moon, this spiritual projection, right? The ability of a shaman to do astral travel and project their soul essence into another realm and get insights and messages in a way that seems absolutely beyond the realm of understanding to those who don't, experience this in the same way. I'm feeling like your good news coming in is going to be so, it's going to come in a way that feels so mystical that you almost can't believe it. But it's going to free you of something that has been essentially kind of bogging you down on this earthly plane. So maybe it has something to do with your abundance, your health, communication issues with other people or within your job. Maybe there's been something going on at work that feels very tedious and very problematic, and you're going to be getting some good news that just like poof, it just like frees you of this burden is the message that's coming through. So let's get your tarot cards here and get some more insight into not only what this good news is about, but kind of what effect it will have on you and your life. How you're going to know kind of what to do next from this good news coming in, because I'm getting that might be an important piece of the puzzle for some of you viewing here, that this good news coming in is going to provide some direct instructions. Okay, the 5 of Crystals, persistence and new possibilities. So this ladybug, I mean, this is a lucky, lucky symbol here. Ladybug makes her own luck, okay? So she's persistent. She opens herself to new possibilities. So there may be some advice coming in that, you know, perhaps this good news coming in, you may have to be open to it, right? It may come in a way that's mysterious, that's different than you were expecting. And so I'm getting that this ladybug, you know, this animal guide that's coming through this card, you know, ladybug may be asking you to broaden your mind, broaden your perception of what is good news. You know, perhaps this good news comes with, like, maybe you're not looking for a new job because your job is good enough. You know, maybe there's some issues, maybe there's some things you would change, but, you know, maybe it pays well and it's close to where you live or something like that, right? But maybe there's going to be a job opportunity that comes in a mysterious way. You know, you're at a coffee shop, you know, you're meeting up with a friend, you get to talking to somebody in line, and, you know, they talk about a job that they just read about that's not perfect for them, but man, it sounds like a cool opportunity, and you know, you're listening to them describe it, and you're just like, well, that's exactly what I've always dreamt of doing. I guess this, you know, is a sign, like maybe I should apply, maybe I should pursue this, right? Or you know, you meet somebody on a blind date and they don't happen to be the person, but they, you know, recognize that you guys aren't compatible, but they really like you, and they're like, you know, I have a buddy that I really want you to meet. And, you know, you're like kind of resistant at first because it's like a stranger introducing you to a stranger, but you know, remember this message and open yourself to that possibility, and that turns out to be your person, you know? So it's kind of those sorts of things where it comes into your world in maybe a roundabout way, and at first maybe you don't recognize it as the good news that it is, but it becomes something that catapults you into this new possibility, this new way of life that you'd only dreamed about. And yeah, with this raven in front of this moon, I'm getting that you might get dreams about this that help to guide you as well. So pay attention. If you do get dreams, definitely pay attention, you know, dreams that pertain to some aspect of your life and seem like maybe they're giving you some advice or a direction to go in. Pay attention to them. And yeah, I feel like you're going to be well guided in this new chapter. Interesting. Ace of Feathers, mental clarity and foundation. So there may be, some of you may have also been drawn to pile number 1. There may definitely be messages there because this card actually came out in this exact position, and I believe it was in pile number 1. I may have to check. It could have been pile number 2, but I think it was pile number 1. But this is the Ace of Swords, so mental clarity and foundation. So yeah, I think this is reiterating that message that you're going to be getting clarity about this roundabout situation. Oh, and I just had a little hiccup, so that kind of affirms that message for me. But you're going to be getting clarity about this situation, and it's going to lead to a new, strong, really wonderful foundation. I mean, the Ace of Swords, when it appears in a reading, is like, bam, you get this insight and you know which way to go. It's like pointing in a direction, and perhaps it wasn't the direction you were anticipating, or the method or the time or the way that you're anticipating, but you just know you have to go there. And you know, the fact that this is coming in a good news reading, extremely positive. Like that direction that it's pointing you in, go there, go that way. Like, you don't want to miss this. Like, this is something that's destined and meant for you, and is going to bring so much opportunity and positivity and opening of your horizons is the message that's coming through. So let's go ahead and get your next 3 cards. Yes, the Fool, the Traveler, Adventure, and Potential. So this is the card of new beginnings, and this is a major arcana. So this is a major, major time of new beginnings in your life. So this is the Devil card, Coyote. I love this card. So this is the Shadow, self-empowerment, and ambition. Yeah, so the message I'm getting with this combination is that it may feel selfish at first to follow this path, okay? When it comes through, when this good news comes to you, there may be things that you have to change or give up in your life that, you know, you may worry that other people will misunderstand this or will hold you back. And you may need to be strong and take this leap of faith, take a risk, you know, approach this with kind of that like energy of mischievous playfulness, like you only live once, right? Sometimes you've got to go for it. Sometimes you've got to take the opportunity that comes and run with it, you know, pick it up with all of your teeth, you know, sink your teeth into it and go, right? Like it's the message that I'm getting is like, take it, you know, this opportunity is meant for you, you know, whether this is a person that you meet that you just want, right? Like you feel this like connection and this desire for, take it, right? The devil can often talk about our sensuality. You know, maybe you're just going to be incredibly attracted to somebody that you meet, and maybe it's going to feel a little bit risky, but your cards are saying, take that leap of faith. You know, if you get hit with this insight of having a connection with somebody that you meet, it's meant to be, you know, it's written here, right? This new beginning is coming. And it's good news. This is a positive reading. These are good things that are coming into your life, okay? And this may pertain to an opportunity, you know, if it's not a person. So take it how it resonates for you in this particular time of your life. And the Hanged Man. Patience and perspective. Yeah. So what this card is telling me, especially coming out at the end of your reading like that, is that this good news that's coming in, not only is it going to kind of flip your world on its head, right? Turn things upside down a little bit, but with a good outcome. You know, it's all for a good reason. But you may also have to almost look at this upside down. Like the story of the Hanged Man is that, you know, Odin, who's essentially the great Norse god who, you know, leads all other Norse gods, you know, from a place of enlightened, empowered, divine leadership. So he goes and hangs himself upside down from his feet in this great oak tree in order to gain spiritual enlightenment. And it's essentially an act of sacrifice because he hangs there for a very long time. But he does gain this new perspective and insight into the ways of energy, the ways that things are connected to each other, the ways that one small act can multiply and ripple out to impact something that may seem completely unrelated. And he was able to get the insight into how those things are in fact completely related to each other. An insight into following guidance that is given, even when it seems to the word that's coming is unwelcome. So I think that what's meant by that from your guides here is that perhaps this guidance comes in at a time that seems almost inconvenient for you, and you're just going to have to go for it. You know, don't let it skip away. If you feel this knowledge deep in your bones that this is the opportunity, this is the good news that's coming into you, even if it's unconventional, or you kind of have to look at it upside down in order to see the potential of where it might lead, or, you know, it just looks different than what you usually go for, then, you know, turn yourself upside down, look at it in a different way, look at it in a different light, take that leap of faith, take that risk, confront your fears, your shadow self, you know, allow perhaps your shadow desires to speak up and be heard, and pursue this opportunity, this person, this calling, whatever it might be for you. And it's going to show you why it's your good news message in a way that's going to be almost magical. It's going to seem like too good to be true, mystical, right? So this mystical shaman, I'm going to read to you from the Oracle guidebook here in just a moment. But just as a note, this number here, 38, so 3 plus 8 equals the master number 11, which is also the number of divine union, can very much talk about our true calling, but also about a divine partnership. So that may be very relevant to your good news coming in here. All right, so we're going to read from this Mystical Shaman Oracle guidebook about the mystical shaman. You guys literally have the card of this Oracle guidebook, so very powerful energy. So I'm going to hold this up in case you'd like to just take a screenshot and refer to it later or read it on your own. Feel free to, of course, but I will read these 2 sections to you. The essence. This is the symbol of the myth maker and storyteller who is neither made of nor defined by the story. Instead, he observes it, evolves through it, perceives all aspects of it. In so doing, the mystical shaman represents the ability to dream a new story, a new myth into being. He dances between worlds, wearing the cloak of the world loosely around his shoulders, and sings the world into being. He reminds us to be in the world and travel through it, but not to be defined by it or become too attached to the experience. This is the symbol of true alchemy, for all elements of life have a spiritual aspect and a material one. When we remember this, all manner of miracles and manifestations are possible. Yeah. And then we'll read the invitation here. When the mystical shaman appears, you're invited to consider the ability to live without attachment. You are called to create and dream your life, to act on inspiration and divine impulse without fixating on a known story of success or achievement. Can you impartially observe the stories you tell yourself and others? What if you could become a mystery to yourself? Very much relates to the Hanged Man. Who would you become if you stopped telling the tales that have defined you up until now? You do not have to live in a story that has roots in the past. What if there were no need to explain you to anyone, not even to yourself? The way to your most extraordinary life is to become a blank slate and allow the form of your dreams and desires to show up as it will. This is a sign of manifesting a life beyond your wildest dreams. Beautiful. Read that again. This is a sign of manifesting a life beyond your wildest dreams. Okay? So, such a strong message to allow this to change you, allow this to become, allow this to birth into reality. You know, take this risk, look at this with that new perspective, you know, confront your shadow and allow your perhaps hidden desires to speak and show and come through here in this good news. Really, really beautiful reading, incredibly powerful, transformative. Yeah, really like I love this pile. I'm definitely drawn to this reading. So look into the meaning of the dragonstone if this calls to you. This is a raw piece of dragonstone, and I feel like there might be some really useful energy if you wanted to get some of this and have it by you. So, all right, beautiful pile 4. Like, share, subscribe, comment if you feel so called to do so. I hope to read for you again in a future reading. Take care.